and welcome to the second Jack's Throwback Attack Q&A session. Not too long ago, I asked you your questions about the project, my nostalgic memories, or maybe a little bit about myself, within reason. And you have not disappointed, you have sent me your questions, so I'm going to answer them right now. So we start off with one from Eddie Barrett on Twitter who asked, would you consider doing an interview with Andy Spooner, who puppeted Brum? It was his favourite character. Certainly can try, can add that one to list and send an email off, but can't make any promises. The next one we have is from James Jarrett, who asked on my Facebook page, would you like to have been one of the children who participated in a Zap Daisy Dare sketch? And if so, what was your favourite Daisy Dare sketch? I'd like to say I would like to have taken part in one, but back when I was a child, I was quite camera shy. Didn't like being filmed, didn't like having my picture taken. So I imagine back then I probably wouldn't have wanted to. But if it was now, then yeah, sure. Favourite Daisy Dare sketch, difficult one. There were so many of them. I quite like the one with the giant egg where you have to throw it into an egg cup, and if you miss, you got covered in rotten eggs. That was one that stuck with me quite a lot. A lot of the ones where like the floor was covered in gun noodles that were like good fun as well. Like the one where you had to make a giant sandwich. So yeah, that's my answer to that one. So next up we have a couple from Howard Ul Hack. First off, he asked, I was wondering what Christmas programmes do you remember from your childhood and which ones stick with you many years later? I would have to say that the two main ones would be the Art Attack Christmas Crackers. I did have the video of that, so I remember them being shown on CITV as well. And the big Christmas art attacks they do were really special. And the other one would be the Tots TV Christmas special, which I had on video, which featured them going to Lapland and going sledging. But the bit that I remember the best is there's a bit where Tiny's back at home and he makes a massive paper chain. And for many years afterwards, I would always make paper chains for Christmas. He also asks, what Christmas adverts for toys and games do you remember from your childhood, and which one brings back memories when you watch them? There's so many toy adverts, too many to remember.
So far, nobody here. I think Carolyn Linkbush just disappeared offline. Trying to think of anyone else I can put in the thing. Because Carolyn's gone off. Jarrell's not online. I don't know.
remember a name off the top of my head. I mean, the Toys R Us adverts stick in my memory quite well. The ones that go, "It's a magical place where I like that." I'm not going to sing too much. And one for Toy Master as well, which I don't think is going anymore, but that was another toy shop which advertised heavily at Christmas. In terms of the toys themselves, I remember really wanting a Mr. Frosty one year, and I got it, and it wasn't very good. And also board games as well, like Mousetrap. I remember having that. Remember getting my Game Boy Color for the first time, and Pokemon Pinball and Pokemon Blue with it. And also I collected a lot of Pokemon cards. So yeah, those are the main memories for me. I could probably think about it for hours and name loads more, but just off the top of my head, those are a few selections. Matthew Bailey asked a similar question actually. Are there any toys or games from the 90s and noughties which you get particularly nostalgic for? So as I say, Mr. Frosty is one. Another one that I was talking about with a friend recently was a game called Hydro Strike, which was like a pinball game where you battled your opponent, and if you hit your opponent's target, they got squirted with water. I was a big lover of the Crash Bandicoot video games as well growing up, especially Crash Team Racing, and the third game as well, Warped. Big memories there for me. So Nathan's Life has sent me a few questions. First up, of asking where did you get the classic UK Kids TV bloopers clips. There is a video on my channel of bloopers from Kids TV shows, which you can check out, although it is not safe for work. So first off, with that one, I got most of the clips off YouTube, off channels which had uploaded episodes of TV's Naughty's Blunders and It'll Be Alright on the Night, and one of them came from a video I owned. So that's where those come from. Secondly, are any of your old YouTube channels still around? I think I mentioned at some point that I used to have channels when I was really young, when I was like a teenager. No, they don't exist anymore. And the final question was, how do you transfer VHS tapes to your computer, such as the clips from your mystery VHS extravaganza video? Well, the way I do it is a bit of an old-fashioned way, because I'm not very techy, if I'm honest. I know that you can buy adapters that you can plug your VCR to the computer. My good friend Half Brick VHS has a very elaborate setup, which involves a VCR and a time-based corrector, and he's built a computer from scratch, and he spends a lot of time working on the clips and making sure the colours are correct and stuff like that. I'm a bit more simple. I just have a simple VCR DVD combi that I use, which I bought second-hand a few years ago. Now, some people will argue that that's not the best way to get the quality out of the tapes, which, you know, I do agree with, but I'm just a bit rubbish at that kind of thing. I only own a laptop, so what I do is I convert the VHSs to a DVD and then rip the DVD in the laptop. Bit of an old way of doing it, but that's the way I do it. I mean, I don't do it very often, so that's just my method. So next up on YouTube, I had a question from Marcus Blackwell, who asked, do you have any recordings of Roger and the Rotten Trolls that could be uploaded to YouTube? I asked because since last year, almost every Rotten Trolls video on YouTube has been taken down, and I want to watch a few episodes if I can keep from having sleepless nights. Well, first off, Marcus, very sorry to hear you've been having sleepless nights. So this is going to take a bit of explaining. So I know why the Rotten Trolls episodes disappeared off YouTube, because
well, there's nobody here, I don't think. So I think, because I don't know if you could hear, but I'm also watching a video and stuff, and like, because there's nobody here, I'm just gonna go off and finish watching the video that I'm watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna be getting my computer tomorrow as well. My new one that I've been going on about. So yeah, I'll be getting that tomorrow. So yeah. So yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, Nicola's just come in. As soon as I say I'm gonna leave, Nicola comes in. God. bloody brilliant, that, isn't it? As soon as I say I'm going to leave, Nicola decides to appear. It's alright. Well, I'm gonna go because it's just you here anyway. So what I'll do is I'll finish watching the video that I'm watching, and I'll just come on. I'll just come back on the Skype thing with you, right?
An old way of doing it, but that's the way I buy adapters that you can plug your VCR to a computer. There is a video on my channel of bloopers from kids' TV shows, which you can check out. Bandicoot video games as well, growing up, especially Crash Team Racing, and the third game as well, Warped. Big memories.
Right.